Welcome to Full Swing Sports. Today we're going to go over everything that comes with your purchase of the Full Swing kit. The first thing that we're going to talk about is our actual kit. This is the Full Swing launch monitor. It's got our radar and our camera as well as our OLED screen so that you can see metrics live right here. It also comes with this nice protective case. This case is great because it fits in your gear bag. It protects your kit. It's also got some storage inside for your charging cord or your mount that we'll talk about here in a little bit. But this is the kit case, nice little handle, makes carrying it and bringing it around pretty easy. The next thing we're going to talk about is our custom 17-degree mount. This is going to go directly onto the kit so that we can attach it to the tripod and capture data. The easiest way to attach the mount to our kit is going to be taking the Full Swing logo from the mount, making sure that you can see both, and now it's going to screw in. What we like to do is turn it upside down. So we've got the heavier part on the bottom, and then I'm just going to go ahead and simply screw this in. All right, so that is tight and we are ready to rock. So this is our Full Swing kit with our custom 17-degree mount. This part is all set. Next, we're going to go over the tripod. The tripod comes in this nice protected bag, makes it easy for travel, also protects our tripod. So we'll go ahead and open up this bag and grab our tripod. First thing we're going to do is just pull the legs out so that we can put it on the base and start working on the top because we're going to start adding everything up here. The next thing we're going to talk about is our quick release mount. This is going to be taking the kit on and off the tripod and making it super easy. So the mount will go directly into this quick release and then will easily come out of it when you're breaking it down or moving the kit. So installing this on top of the tripod is rather simple. We're going to take this screw up top. We're going to take our quick release mount. We're going to make sure that the level set bubble is facing up. We're just going to screw it on. Make sure that thing is nice and snug. And now that part is set up. The quick release mount has two levers on the back. One is an opener key and the second one is actually going to pull our quick release back. You'll know that this is set up properly when this is pointing directly back. So we've got our kit set up with our 17-degree mount. We've got our tripod with our quick release mount. Now we're simply going to add this in. So you're just going to put this front end first and click it straight down. And we're all set up. So now we've got our kit on our mount, on our tripod, and we're ready to go. You'll also get this custom Marucci Full Swing bag. This is great to store all your stuff for kit. And in here, you're going to find this plumb bob. And this plumb bob is going to be your friend for calibration because this is going to tell you exactly how high we have to raise the tripod to capture data accurately. So we're going to put this off to the side for a sec. And we're actually going to raise this tripod up so we can get it in the right position. What we like to do is we like to actually bring these together. This was a trick that I was told and it's super helpful. We're actually going to do all three of these at the same time. So we'll loosen the leg, and loosen the leg, and then we'll go ahead and tighten that section. I'll raise it up one more and we'll do that next section and tighten those up. Now that I spread the legs, we are pretty close to the height that we need to have, and we'll just tighten this up a little bit for our setup. This is where the plumb bob is going to be huge. This is going to tell you exactly how high this has to be. So on your tripod, there's a little hook right here. I'm just going to take this and I'm going to hook it on as so. The goal here for the height is to have the plumb bob at the bottom just barely touching the ground. So we've got this monopod part top up here. We're going to take this blue lever, we're going to loosen it. We'll raise this up until that plumb bob is just off the ground. And now we are at the right height. If we're measuring this, we're looking for 6 feet, 6 inches, and that's going to be from the ground directly up to where the radar and the camera meet. So I just use the camera, it makes it nice and easy. And that is our setup. So our tripod is set up, we've got our kit on top with all of our stuff. Now we just have to calibrate and start collecting data. Now that we've got kit set up on our tripod, we're going to calibrate so that we can get accurate data. There's two important things here. The first, we talked about in the setup process, but our kit has to be 6 feet, 6 inches from the ground. Our plumb bob is just barely touching the ground, so we're 6 foot, 6 inches to the camera. The second thing that we need, which we've already measured, is we need to be 10 feet back. That 10-foot measurement is from the tip of home plate all the way to the back where the center of the kit would be, which is also right where our plumb bob is. Now, your setup might be a little bit different. We might need to spin the tripod legs so that right now we've got the one going out front, but if we need more room, we can always spin it so that we've got two here and we can spin this to make sure that we're on our right path. If the legs are a little wide and we need to narrow it up, this is where the plumb bob really helps us out. So just as an example, I'll move these up. Now I know that I've got to lower my legs a little bit. So I'm gonna actually do this from the top here, and then we can go in and change the height of these legs. When you do this part, we recommend doing it from the bottom. It's just the way I guess tripods work. And we can spread this out. So now I've got a little bit less of a base to work with my room. We'll go ahead and move this monopod part up, and we are just off the ground. So our setup really allows for you to fit into your facility and the space that you have. Now I can use this same setup. I'm a little less based on the ground, but everything is still at the right height to go. So we've got 6 feet, 6 inches high, and we're still 10 feet behind home plate. Now that we're all set up, we're gonna talk about our calibration process. At Full Swing, you spent a lot of time making sure that setup and calibration was easy so that coaches and players can focus on hitting, training, and getting better. That's where some of the plumb bob and the attachments really make this easy. So let's go in and we'll start calibrating. We're going to show you how to start our practice session. To do this, we're going to press Start Practice Session and connect to our launch monitor. If you already see it listed, we'll press Connect to the side. If this is your first time adding your launch monitor to your app, in the top right-hand corner, we'll press this plus sign and find our device. On the physical kit in the top left-hand corner, we'll look for the last 4 digits of the serial number to easily find and pair our kit. From here, we'll connect to our kit by tapping Connect and select our environment. Today we're indoor, so we're gonna select indoor, and now we'll select our mode, and today we are doing machine batting practice. So we'll go ahead and press continue. If you are a coach, you will add your players to the session. If you are a player, you will go straight to calibration. From here, we'll confirm the height and the distance behind home plate, and our calibration screen will pop up. There's 2 things we wanna make sure we have set. One is this vertical line should go straight through the point of home plate towards the mound or the pitcher or the machine. There is a little room for offset, so if you offset the machine left or right, that's okay. We just wanna make sure that vertical line is going through the tip of home plate straight up to what would be the middle of the field. We'll press continue, and now we just have to set our tips of home plate. We'll take each of these 5 dots and carefully put them on the tips of home plate so that we have our set calibration. We are using home plate as a reference, so this part is very important. Make sure you take the time to get these aligned. Once we're all set, we'll press Set Calibration and confirm it, and now we are in session and ready to hit. That's the Full Swing kit for baseball. Welcome to Full Swing.